Hi. This is Ashley on Kaitlyn. So, we're gonna, uh, this is kind of weird. We're gonna do a read aloud for my fan of fiction thing. But just the first chapter. Yeah, because we don't have any more done. Can you really stop that accent? It's just no. Everyone knows it's not real. Stop it. It's totally real. Okay, okay. The first chapter is all Duncan's point of view. This is about my OC character. Her name's Lunatic Fringe, based on my favorite Kansas City Roller Warrior. Her real name will be revealed at the very beginning of the story, but first I have to read it. Okay, so chapter 1, the new girl driven to insanity. You want to read first, Kaitlyn? Yeah, sure. Gwen and I were hanging out at school. The bell was going to ring in any minute, and I knew Mrs. Johnson was going to kill me if I was out of my seat again. Well, of course she'd kill him. That's just, of course, duh. That's just obvious. Why did I do that? That's just stating the obvious. I know, but with stories, you really have to state the obvious a lot. Of course, the bell rang. There was always that empty seat next to me. It was handy because there was always a spot to rest my feet on. It was the second semester. So I'll read now. Students today will have a foreign exchange student in the class, the teacher announced. And then an interesting voice added immediately, I'm not foreign. I originally lived in the same continent, idiot. You said that too fast. Fine, sorry. I'm not foreign. I originally lived in the same continent, you idiot. It sounded like it belonged to a girl. Then she walked through the door. She was gorgeous. Bleached blonde with a light tan. Midnight blue eyes that drew mystery. She wore black shorts that went halfway up her thigh with a lightning blue strap connecting them to the bell-bottom pant legs, also black, that surrounded her shins. Her shirt didn't have anything special. A layer tee. Lightning blue tee with a regular black shirt. Those two colors seemed to be the whole scheme of her outfit. Caffercorn. Alice Caffercorn. Alice said, trying to pull off the whole James Bond talk in a silly fashion. That's just naturally her. She just random pop culture reference. Like, hi, I'm gonna smack you with a pop culture reference. That's just her. Deal with it. It's kind of funny, but it's also kind of annoying to do because, you know, you're not really open with the real world. Yeah. But there are some that are so big that I know them, and it's sad if you don't. So, if I say something that you have no clue, it's just sad. I'm sorry. Just no. Wasn't it your turn to read? Yeah. Sit over there next to Duncan. Mrs. Johnson struggled. Alice skipped over to me, jumped over the desk, and fell into a seat. Wow, that's just random. That's just a little howdy-do of randomness. I know. just like, I'm gonna slap you with some more randomness. Yay! Yeah! She quickly darted a look at me. I didn't know if it was anger or if she was just being silly. It's obvious silliness. Why would it be anger? Like, after seeing that, it's obviously silliness. Just Blair. Just looking at that performance made it hard to take it seriously. For some reason, I couldn't tell if she was silly or childish. Silly! Okay, I made Duncan look like an idiot in this chapter. Well, at least in this paragraph. I'm sorry. Just no. Interesting would be an easier way to finish it off. Well, that's a good way to clean it up. Thanks. I just typed that like 2 minutes ago because I realized like, oh my gosh, she looks so stupid in this. Yay! Okay. She passed me a note. I was scared to read it. Oh, this is my favorite part. For all I knew, it could have said, I will eat your children, or do not want you too, right? Or maybe even, all your base are belong to us. That's my favorite meme right now. I thought it was Rickrolled. No, it's all your base that belong to us. And do not want. Do not want is pretty funny. But it just said, how's life? I showed her a confused look. because she seemed, oh, I don't know, crazy. Her face replied with another look. Just answer the question. I guess I overestimated her. Good. What about you? I passed back. She quickly replied, You sure there aren't any conspiracies against you? It's a conspiracy! You sounded so Italian or Spanish in that. Like, lol, what? Just so foreign. Why, thank you. It wasn't British. It was not British. That was by no means, that was no means British. Oh? What? Just no. That makes no sense, Alice. How am I supposed to reply to that? But she kind of scares me, so I tried to reply my best to... So I tried my best to reply sensibly. I can't read! Okay, here we go. You mean like the law? Yeah. Well, that's one of the conspiracies. What about the loony bin? Medical? Hardware? Big companies? Education? Etc., etc.? Yeah, she's crazy. You know when you're willing to actually spell ATC, you've gone mad. Yeah, that's just no. Just no. How did you even spell that right? How did you even figure that out? Well, I looked it up on dictionary.com. I actually thought it was spelled that way, and I was surprised. Oh my gosh, I was right. I almost passed out. That was just... How do I spell that? Well, I always use ETC, but whatever. And I actually think she spelled it right to make it even scarier. I did. I actually did. She did, actually. But whatever. She's really smart. She's supposed to be, like, smartest person in this whole thing. Even smarter than a mom. Which is scary. Creepiness is the same thing as scariness. I know, right? Stop freaking me out. Because I'm a pro speller or I'm a big vocabulary. Those are the same thing. I know. Some parts of this, I wrote this really retardedly. I'm so happy I didn't put this on fanfiction.net yet. Hold on. Let me just... oh, there it is. Ooh, yay. Okay. Where were we? Oh, yeah. Well, you don't talk about things other people do. Because the way other people talk is boring, isn't it? Society needs to keep moving to keep the world interesting. I guess that's true. Yeah, yeah, it has to keep moving, or else the world would be boring and black. And I want it to turn black. Who talks about society? Conspiracies? Yeah, I need to stop talking to her. You just started. Yeah, like you just met her and you're like, I need to stop talking to her. That's just kind of harsh. Very. Yeah, what else? Oh yeah, I lost it, so let's just continue. There will be a test on all of this material on Monday. I'm sure you can handle this, Miss Capricorn. Mrs. Johnson announced. Where'd you get the name Capricorn anyway? That's just insane. I just made it up. It actually sounds like it could be a real name. In Kansas. Yeah, it sounds like a farmer family in Kansas. That just sounds like you. Like you'd make fun of farmers. I'm sorry, you just do too much. You're not racist. It's just weird. Okay, so continue, Kaitlyn. Thank you. Mrs. Johnson announced. Copied it all down. Alice triumphed. Oh, great. Right when I stop, it gives me a new reason to talk to her. I hate you so much sometimes, world. The bell rang. I followed Alice out to ask her if I could study with her tonight, but Mrs. Johnson stopped me. Oh my gosh, I just realized that I hate you sometimes, world. It's just weird. That sounds more like me than it does him. To me, it sounds like something he'd say. Oh my gosh, you suck, Kaitlyn. Just keep reading. As you're aware, your grades are sleeping, Mr. œ1œ. Oh, what kind of name is that? It sounds like omelet. Oh my gosh. It's just that... blame Wikipedia. Wikipedia is where I got all these last names except Capricorn. I just made up Capricorn. Whereas the rest I actually got from Wikipedia. Don't ask. Isn't œ1œ the name of that guy who made We Three Kings, the metal version on Guitar Hero? Yeah. Don't judge me. I love that song. That's the only reason why I actually agreed to doing that. Okay, so continue. She replied, "Lucky for you, I hate you, and I don't want to have you for another year. So, if you keep around Miss Capricorn as much as possible to show you the ropes next week, I'll turn those D's to B's. Understand?"